Okay, welcome back to the next episode. I think this is the last one. I don't know for sure yet. We'll see. Okay, the shard. Plastic and Dr. Mira have finalized the reflection virus. With it, you will be able to destroy Kruger's reflection project and save Icarus, Dr. Mira, and millions of other citizens in the glass from emotional enslavement. Go to Plastic's hideout and pick up the virus. Dr. Mira and Plastic will know what the next steps are. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Tensile property testing initiated.
Don't encourage him.
I was sleeping.
Whatever keeps him busy.
Is it ready? Of course it is. Didn't we say so?
There's a console in the main control chamber in the shard. Upload the virus there. It'll permanently corrupt the carrier signal and cause the reflection nanites to go inert.
You just need to get to the top. The rest will take care of itself. More or less.
Simple, right?
Right.
It'll be the greatest run ever.
If I live. Well, there's no time like the present. Any last advice?
Don't die.
Aw, a hug. That's what I needed. Now we're ready.
This is our one chance to nip reflection in the bud. So, go on, girl. Save us all.
And I really don't want this game to end. But I guess all good things come to an end eventually.
We've got a train prepped and ready for you, Faith. Head to the Zephyr Transit Hub and get on board somehow.
I'll drive it.
We also disabled the safety override system, so it should be a smooth ride all the way to the Shard.
Plastic's got the license, right? The Shard, again. This is it. You have the virus and you know where you need to go, which is to the very top of the tallest building in glass. What awaits you there remains to be seen. Will Kruger be there? Your sister? Will the virus work? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Reflection must be stopped, and you've decided to risk everything to do it. For your friends, for all the employees out there who aren't even aware of the danger it poses, and for Noah.
According to the latest tally, almost 500,000 employees have already signed up
Ouch.
for reflection. First
Punk.
responders now number in the tens of thousands. It's a complete success.
It's messing up the grid.
It'll mess a lot of things up if we don't stop it. Not the least the host themselves. Once Kruger starts experimenting with the emotional influence parameters on a mass scale, all bets are off.
Sort of a pity we won't get to see it.
No, it's not plastic. Glass is just the testing bed. If reflection is successful here, the conglomerate will make it mandatory for all employees in Cascadia. It will eradicate what little personal freedom there is left.
Oh, so we're going to that place. Yay! That person is sliding.
See you, Faith.
What Plastic is saying is that she's managed to access a bunch of news drones.
We'll be able to follow you all the way up. And I can use them to hack services in the building. Elevators and stuff.
Looks like they're evacuating.
Only a few. They still seem to think that the damage can be repaired. Stay on the move, Faith, but watch out for damaged areas. The glass there might be brittle enough to break under your weight.
Thanks for the notice. We'll run on these things. Remember when I used to say I really wanted to come here? And we finally get to do it.
And here we go.
So now they know.
They were already at high alert following the bombing. They'd shoot at anything.
What can I expect at the top?
Expect the control chamber to have some sort of security in place. We've been unable to find its parameters, so you should assume the worst.
Wish I could be there with you. Figured I'd drop in on the party. Glad to see you're doing good. I can't wait to get reflection out of my body.
It doesn't work like that, Nicholas. The virus will corrupt the carrier signal, which will disable the nanites, but they will still remain inside you.
It's chilly up here.
That's due to the change in air density. I just looked it up. Oxygen content will go down as well, but that's not a serious problem below 18,000 feet. And we won't go that high.
What if they shut down the reflection carrier signal before I get there?
From what we can see, they still expect the building to remain intact. Some have evacuated, but many remain.
This thing is gigantic.
They're stupid.
Oh, we might be wrong, Plastic.
Not a chance. I've done the calculations twice.
Plastic, have you ever been wrong?
No.
Look at the city off into the distance. The future blimp. You will be missed.
There's a lot of interference from the area you're entering, Faith. Expect comms to go down. Just keep going and we'll reconnect once you're through. It's quite lovely.
That was difficult. Also, again, the interior designs really cool.
You'll need your Mac to continue upward. See if you can find an attachment point somewhere.
Whoa, that's huge.
You should be able to ride one of the blades off. Use the Mac to attach to it and just...
I'm here to grapple onto that. Easy.
This is great!
Oop. Don't want to end up down there.
I've reached the top.
Let's push him off. Oh ho ho. That'd be scary.
You can go through one of the fans, Faith. I'll shut it down. There. Hurry.
Yeah, you really had to open the last
Their
one.
firewalls are a joke. My sister could hack through them, and she's even more stupid than Kuma. Damn it. What? I lost a drone. Let's do that one.
Oh, drone.
Actually, it's not stable, Faith. I'm gonna drop you where you are, Faith. You might not. Don't.
Oh, so we avoid falling things. Oh. That was oddly quiet. Looks like Faith hit her head a little too hard. There. Missed it. But it's all alright. Follow the drone. Nope. Hello?
Some sort of atrium.
Great. There's an elevator on the other side. You can use this.
What's all of this? Whoa. So pretty. I wish the rest of the game was like this.
I've never seen this many trees before. It's beautiful here.
Most employees don't know it. Valued commodity in Cascadia.
That's too bad. The rest of the city could use a bit more of this.
Use the vent at the top. We'll lose contact for a bit again, Faith.
That little area stands out from the rest of the game. The entire game. Ugh, more of these.
I'm through.
Whoa,
There's some serious work.
there's a lot going on here.
What do you have for me? Not much yet. I can confirm they're working on a special project. One entire floor in the agricultural department is off limits to most of us. That means that 3 of the big corporations are in on this, whatever it is. I'm doing my best to ingratiate myself with my section. But I doubt I'll get access anytime soon. Maybe we can get you access some other way. I'll talk to some people. Continue as before.
I don't know where we're supposed to be going. I'm trying to backtrack, but no, I'm just kidding.
No, of course not. Make up your mind.
Ooh, tightrope. Can you even balance that high? I think the wind would just push you down.
Hey, you guys! Whoa. There's a huge hole in the wall here.
The explosion tore off one of the rotor plates. You might need the mag to keep going.
Future blimp, we meet again.
You're getting close, Faith. Plastic is trying to open the elevator doors for you, but see if you can find another route in the meantime.
Ooh, fancy. Oh,
Whoa. Plastic!
alright lads,
I
I'll
need
choose a
those doors
different way.
open. Now!
I'm doing my best.
There's K-Sec everywhere!
I said I'm doing my best. The doors are open. There, they're open.
Just move, just move.
I hope she made it.
I made it.
Yes. Kuma's hearing you.
Hey, Doug in here. You should know that I too am tracking your progress with great interest. And then throw in another on for you. Destroy reflection, and I will give you the drawing. I can tell you can't play your day, but then you'd have no reason to come visit.
Why not?
You know, the possession which Faith has been craving for some time. I'll let her tell you about it.
There's still no signs of general evacuation.
What about Kruger?
We're not even sure he's in the building. Could be he evacuated just in case.
Bit of a weird thing, but there's a lot of nature up here than rest of the city.
I've reached the top. Quite a view up here.
That's it, I give in.
Wait, that's water?
I'm here. There's a console here.
That's it. Connect the Omnistat drive and the virus will do the rest. And you should probably expect some guards to show up any minute.
There they are.
As I suspected. What do you hope to accomplish here?
I'm giving people the right to decide things for themselves.
Oh, Faith, hasn't it ever occurred to you that people might want reflection?
They just want the pretty lie you're giving them, not the ugly truth.
Oh, yes, the truth is always ugly, isn't it? As you should know. It's your mother's work that you intend to wreck, after all.
She never wanted this. You perverted everything she ever stood for.
What do you know of her reasons? You were a child. You're still a child. Wantingly destroying everything around you. I promised your sister that I would capture you alive. Submit and you won't be harmed.
Never.
2 of these. Should be easy enough.
Eyes on profile breacher. Ceasing descent. Roger. Subject center.
There you go.
Damn runt. I should have had you killed with your leech parents.
You've lost Kruger. Your control ends here.
Reflection is not about control. It's about survival.
For you and the other families, maybe. It's time you all withered and died.
Take that,
By
Kruger.
destroying Reflection, you're dooming your dear sister as well.
I'm setting her free.
Hardly. Isabel has a chronic lung condition. With Reflection, we've managed to keep it at bay. Destroy
You're
it.
lying.
Am I? Am I lying? You almost managed to kill her once. Why not just go finish the
Stay
job?
back!
Everyone around you dies, Faith. Did it ever occur to you that maybe you're the one to blame?
You killed my family. You killed my friends. And you killed Noah.
Don't do it. That was a young cat in the
What the
reflection.
hell are you
Did you guys see
waiting for?
that?
Stop that thing and kill her!
Cat!
Cat! Stop! Cat! Talk to me!
How'd you go that far with a lung disease? That's a lot of things conveniently placed. Final boss battle?
Cat!
It is.
Stop it! I hate you! Stop it, Cat! My name is Isabel! Your name is Caitlin Connors! You're the daughter of Erica and Martin. And my sister. I have no sister. You left me! Cat! that you died in the riots. With Mom and Dad. I cried for months. And then I convinced myself that you never existed. It was the only way. He killed our parents. I saw it. And he's killed hundreds more for the sake of reflection.
Isabel! Come! We're leaving!
You don't have to do what he says, Kat. You are your own person.
This has gone on long enough! Fire!
No, no, no! Don't understand. I have to.
And that's how it all went down. I wish I could say everything changed. That the employees rose up in disgust over reflection and overthrew the conglomerate. But there was no mass uprising. No riots on the streets. Kruger's sect remained in control. Life went on as before. Or almost. Because something had changed. We'd started something. Something we intend to finish.
There you go. That's Mirror's Edge Catalyst. My first series, and also the first game that I've ever played. First actual game. Okay, it's time to go over the game. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. This is my first ever review. Let me grab my notes real quick. Here we go. Let's do it. What I liked about this game is the art style. There's not many games with similar art style, and I adore the art style of this game. I watched a video of a developer saying they wanted an elegant world and they were going for a minimalistic look, hence the abundance of white in the game and simple colors and combinations and simplicity in the buildings, because less is more, and this game is an artistic masterpiece, and I think everyone agrees to that. Another thing I like about this game is the setting. Game set in a dystopian futuristic city. I always liked the futuristic city aesthetic, and this game nailed it. I've always imagined the futuristic city to look like this, and this game is crazy accurate. And to have it be a game where you can freely move around anywhere you want is the reason I decided to purchase this game 6 years later, even with the bad reviews. Because regardless of the story and other crap, I still get to have it with me. I can just get back and play it whenever I want, and let myself be lost in this delightful world they created. And the audio, of course, the ambient music that plays in every district. Solarfields did an amazing job with the soundtrack. The ambient music only adds to the experience of the game. People were hating on the audio aspect too, because it's not mixed well, but I personally liked all of them, and my favorite one, it has to be the Catalyst. It plays when the game first shows you the city. I almost teared up during that moment. It is something I cannot forget. And also the grid nodes. As silly as they are, grid nodes are super fun and challenging. They feel like they're made for runners, but also simultaneously keeping them away. I know it's only for gameplay, but come on man, things like these are scattered around throughout the game. Grid nodes rewarded you by unlocking the fast travel, which I don't think is needed for this game, because I would choose running from point A to point B over a fast travel any day. But it's kind of good they do give you fast travel and not just a few bucks and call it a day. But they didn't, so yay grid nodes. Another important aspect of this game is the sound design. What I liked was Faith's footsteps on hard concrete rooftops and metal beds. I can listen to that for hours. And when Faith uses a metal railing to jump onto another building, the impact sound feels like I'm the one jumping and running through the rooftops. The water sounds were really well done. And also the glass, running over the glass sound. That one has to be my favorite one. Now the main issue I have with the game is that the city is poorly connected. I found myself just running through the same sections over and over again. I was sometimes stuck, and I feel like there should have been more ways of getting to a place and from a place. But there is a runner's vision, you might say, but I don't really like runner's vision. I don't like it hand-holding me and showing me where to go. There's a reason I turned it off in the beginning is because, one, it's annoying red line that I don't want on my screen all the time. And two, I wanted to explore the city all by myself without a runner's vision showing me around. I think the game looks more prettier too without the runner's vision. I would always run to the edge of a section or a district only to realize it doesn't connect. And then comes a huge process of going through the map and trying to figure out where I need to go. The map would constantly change too depending upon the direction you're facing. That was a pain in the butt. In a game where flow is crucial, flow is important, flow is rewarded, things like these are disappointing, which brings us to the next point. The collectibles. Of course, the security and control chips. Grid leaks good, but security and control chips bad. Because you collected grid leaks and moved on, and you never stopped, you often needed a run-up and needed a bit of speed to get certain grid leaks, but those security and control chips needed you to stop and collect them, and collecting them was such a long process. Faith would look at every single one of those chips. It was okay at first, but it got annoying quick. The combat was a hit or miss. I did not master the combat by the end of the game. That's on me. But it got too button mashy and clicks. The enemies were too weak, and I don't understand why they give you upgrades to make them weaker. The enemy health should have been set at a certain level from the beginning of the game, and they should have added a parry mechanic which would allow you to deal more damage compared to normal and heavy attacks. I like the final blow cuts, they were really cool. But yeah, they also made it effortless to push them off. Kasek would fall off the building, it's almost like they wanted to fall off themselves. Anyway, fighting can be avoided in most circumstances, but it is what it is. It's not that annoying, but just that they are too weak that gets me. Another thing that felt out of the place was the unlockables, the skill tree. There's a lot dedicated to make you stronger and your enemies weaker, which did not fit right. A lot of it can be removed and the game would still be the same. Well, yeah, removed as a skill tree and implemented as a progression. As the game progresses, you can just gain this stuff naturally and you don't really have to make a skill tree out of it. There's a double wall run skill, which I've never used in the game. I think I've only used it once throughout the entire playthrough. And I don't know, I don't think it was for a mission, I think it was for a collectible. I think everybody watching this has probably seen this coming, which is Noah's death plot. And the emotional engagement of this game. There's a lot that happens too quick. So you first meet Noah, a father figure for Faith. There's a few errands you run for him. Then he's supposedly killed. Then there's news about his death. The game's telling you he's actually dead. But after a few hours into the game, and you're done, you've moved on from that, and there comes Dogan telling you that he's in fact alive. Noah's alive. Then you run all the way back down into the sewers, only to realize the moment you get to see him, in the same cutscene, he dies. The first time I was playing through, I was like, man, really? And now that I look back at it and I think to myself, man, really? Noah did not deserve that. I think he could have, been taken back to the lair, getting back in the business, and if they really wanted him to be dead by the end of the game, Snow should have probably died saving Faith from Kruger in the final mission. That's just a personal opinion. I think it could have been somewhat better than whatever they did. And also, I realized that the story is incomplete without the comics, which I found out after reading a loading screen message and read it. They should have included everything in the game. I know they were trying to do something new, but story is one thing you should not separate from the game. There's some important details like how Faith got in the juvie, the prison, why everything turns out the way it did. And with this we're done. The only reason it'll keep anyone coming back to play this game is the visuals, the environment and the vibe it gives off. It evokes a sense of belonging there. At times it feels like you've been there even if it's your first time playing through. And that is why I love Mirror's Edge Catalyst.
Joanna Kruger, CEO of Kruger Holdings, today announced the successor to Gabriel Kruger, head of Kruger Sec and missing since the terrible events in Glass recently. Kruger will be superseded by his daughter Isabel, who, while still mourning her
Well, I have to go.
claims to be excited by the challenge.
Your sister's the new head of Kruger Sec. Interesting. Plastic made a breakthrough with Kuma. I'm off.
Apologize to all employees of Cascadia for the failed reflection launch and promise a full investigation into what happened. Millions of
I am sure glad to be rid of that crap. That's one I owe you forever, Faith. So, what are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna run.
Okay, so Isabel is the new head of Kruger Sec. I think they're setting up a sequel, which never happened. But yeah, with that, I'll be ending this one. I'll be ending this series. I think I have an idea of what I want to be doing next. We'll see where this will lead us. If you stayed until here, I cannot thank you enough. And yeah, thank you for watching this series. I'll be ending this one here. Have a great day or night. Goodbye.